Hello YouTube family, this is Susan and welcome back to my channel. Tonight I want to talk about this is the second part of the role of a mother or a father, right? So it's in connection with the video that I did before that was kind of like a generalizing it, but I'm gonna break it down as we go further. Okay, I want to thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you like it. I hope you share it so others can be blessed, and please, I'm asking you to subscribe so that whenever I put a video, I upload a video, you are able to access it and see what's going on in my life. Okay, it's because I welcome you all. You're my family. So tonight I want to talk about the role of a parent. Parent or parents. A parent can be two adults. A parent can be two mothers, two fathers, a mother and a father. An aunt can be a parent, a uncle, a grandmother, a grandfather, a cousin, so they can play the role of a parent. Sometimes, whatever, I'm really not going to talk on my channel. I'm not going to talk about the negative, because the negatives, if I talk about the negatives, I'm not going to finish. It's like a never-ending story. You understand me? And my channel is to uplift people. You understand me? Motivate them, because out there in the world has enough negativity. And in my life, struggle with depression, although I have it under control with medication, not 100% diet, but I'm getting there. And as I promise for myself and for you as my family, to exercise. Apart from walking, I want to do some more exercising. So I have some notes here, so you might see me look down because I just want to get the point across so you all can understand what I'm saying. Okay, the mother or the father is the backbone of the family, the root of the family, right? And I like to talk about the Bible. I'm always learning. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a teacher. You understand me? But whenever I come up with certain verses, I like to use it in my life. So Ephesians 6 verses 2 and 3, it says, the first one says, honor your father and your mother. This is the first commandment with the promise. So that was the first commandment, and it still is. Okay, so it's your mother and your father. So God talk about those two persons first. Now sometimes the situation happens in our lives that our aunt has to play the role of our mother, or the uncle, or the stepdad, or the grandmother, or the grandfather. But those people come down the line, because whatever happened in the children's life or the child's life, the relatives step in and play that role, show the love and the care and the compassion, and teach and preach and comfort, cry with you, laugh with you, scold you with love. I'm not talking beaten, we're brutalizing and cut up the child's skin, and no, you understand me? You're gonna discipline the child, you're gonna beat the child, yes. I mean, in Jamaica, not in America, or maybe a long time ago before I came here, but I'm talking about in Jamaica, right? We spank our children, we take the belt and we scold them. But in America it's different. Okay, so the Ephesians 6 verse 2 and 3, the first verse says, honor your father and your mother. This is the first commandment. And the second verse, the third verse says, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. So it goes on and says, respect them, love them, care for them. You understand me? So that your life will prolong. It will have a longer time. Now, there's another scripture that talks about father and mother, or father, do not provoke your children to wrath. So it's father and mother. I'm not talking about when parents provoke their children to allow them to do certain things and say things to them and treat them in some brutal way. I'm not talking about that. And as I said, I'm not talking about the negative at all, right? That's a different topic. But I'm just talking about the positive, because it's the positive things that we as parents do every day. And that's why we're here. And that's why our children are successful. That's why our children are successful, because we continue to do our part every day. Even if you wanted to, you help your child or your children go through elementary school, through high school, through college, you teach them how to fish. You understand me? And the fishing stage are that elementary school, high school, and college. Or if they want to go to a technical school or a vocabulary training, or a skill school, then but you teach them how to fish. So when they get their certificate or diploma or degree or master's, whichever one they have, that can help them so that when they leave your home, they're able to be successful. And if they still don't, if they fall or whatever it is and it takes them longer to achieve it, you continue to help them until they achieve it. You understand me? Because some children needs help, push, motivation, encouragement. You understand me? Not only words. You got to help them with money. You got to assist them. You got to go with them to the places. You understand me? Because you're teaching them to fish to make sure that they have. When you look into your parents' life or in your family life, there are somebody in your life, somebody in the house, in the family, that has a profession, not even a profession, that has a certificate in something, or a diploma, or a degree, or a master's, or a doctorate, a PhD. Somebody, one of the children have it. And even if they may fall, whichever it is, whatever, they'll bump them, they're gonna bump into walls and bump. You have to keep the communication going. You gotta stick with them. You gotta talk to them. You gotta encourage them. It's like you have to have a friendship with them to keep it going. I hear a lot of parents, oh, you're not my friend. Yes, my kids are my friend, because I have to keep on top of them. How you doing? What you're doing, where you going, who you talking to, You understand me? You're in their life daily. And when you talk to them with respect, and you show them, you teach them from an early stage, from baby stage, coming up and talking, you teach them how to love, respect, and tell you the truth. They will not lie to you. My children, they do not lie to me. If they don't want me to know about something, that doesn't mean they're gonna lie to me. They just don't tell me. But when they're ready, they'll let me know, and I will see signs, and I will not say anything. You understand me? And then eventually come around, oh, mommy. And I'm not talking when things blow up. I'm talking about they'll come around, I did bought this, and I used my money. I did went to the party, and although you say I should come in at 1 o'clock, I came in at 2. You understand? You have a conversation with them, and I have used that in my life growing my children. I talk to them. I communicate with them. I tell them, don't lie to me. And they tell me the truth and say, mommy, I'm going to tell the truth. You tell me and if I tell you the truth, are you going to beat me? I said, no. I can't beat them after that. I cannot spank them after that, because I promised them. And I have used, that's my method that I have used, and it worked. Until today, my children don't lie to me. So we as parents, right? We teach them how to clean, to wash, to cook, do the dishes, buy groceries. You know, teach them how to buy stuff on sale. And sometimes you don't have the money to buy it in a bulk, or to buy it when it's on sale, or you need it before it goes on sale. But you teach them, you teach them there from in the home, because when you buy in bulk, it's much cheaper. You get more. You got to teach them. You understand me? Because when you teach them, when they leave the home, and they're gonna leave, they're not gonna stay with us forever. They're not. Some may leave early, before the time. Oh, I want to go and test life, and I want to see what life is all about. And they leave, and they run up in brick wall, and they bump their toe and all kind of stuff, and they come back home because they didn't do it properly. You understand me? But still, when they come back home, you have to still pick it up from there and help them. And still help them. You still help them just the same again. You still have to help them until they achieve, until they learn how to fish, until they get something in life that can help them out there. You know, a certificate, a diploma, a degree, a master's, something, some kind of educational thing that can help them, a skill, a professional, something that will help them with life. And even, you know, and then you help them to teach them how to buy a house, buy a car before you leave, buy a house before you leave your parent house, buy a house, pay it on a house, pay it on a car, you know, not even a car, but you can still own a car, but a house. And then when you buy a house, then you can go. You understand? You encourage them like that. Don't encourage them, oh, you need to go rent an apartment because you're too big and you don't need to be. What are you saying? What are you saying? And then they start messing up, and you know, and you sitting over there in East, and they're at West, and they're miserable. They're frustrated. They're confused. They need assistance, and they have to ending up with people who don't even like them, but they just show them, oh, I love you, I'll take care of you, I'll help you, because they wanted to use them to get what they can get from them. And we as parents, it's our responsibility to take care of our children. Nobody's not going to do it like us. Nobody. But if there's difficulties or whatever the reason is, and the parent or parents is unable to do so, the relatives take the baton and they show them the same love. You got to show them the same love and respect and the care and the same roles that the parent supposed to do. That's the same role that they pick up and they run with it, and they teach them just the same. You understand me? Teach them how to play games, word games, you know. In Jamaica, we call it hopscotch or dandy shandy, or you know, I don't know many American games, but show them how to love. And when they say something in anger, you gotta talk to them and say, listen, you need to apologize. Many times I apologize to my children. Yeah, I will look at them in their face. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be yelling. How can I be telling them not to yell and I'm yelling? Yeah, I'm guilty. How can I telling them in decent language and then tell them, do not say those things to me, and I'm saying it to them? No. So I have to be the bigger person and all the time apologize, say I'm sorry. And when they see that the parent is doing it, eventually they're going to do it as well. It's going to be in them. I understand when they grow up and they become teenagers or young adults, different attitudes because they're mixing with different people and a personality. And I always tell my children, you see, when you go outside, you're coming home, all those attitudes that you saw out there, leave it at the gate, at the door. Leave it. Don't bring it in here. Your house, your home is supposed to be the comfort zone where the peace and the love and the prosperity and the joy. And if we have pain, we cry together. We pray together. We communicate in love together. But if we're not going to do all of that, the positive, you know, the negative, what's going to happen? Right? Also, we should show them love. Show them love. You provide shelter for them, you're showing them love. Many mothers and fathers, they put their children out there and said, go, you're 18, leave. And they think that they're doing the right thing. The child is not, or the young adult, according to you, is not even ready. They don't even know their head from their feet. Right? They don't even have a certificate. They don't even know how to fill out a application form. Go, leave my house. You don't need to be here. Fend on your own. Go look for your father. Go look for your mother. No. It's your responsibility. It's my responsibility as a mother. Take care of them. Take care of them. And teach them the whole 9 yards. The Bible said, grow up a child in the way they ought to grow, so when they get older, they'll never depart from it. You grow them up the right way, you tell them whatever. Of course they're going to make mistakes. Of course they're going to be, because of disobedient. They make mistakes and they get in trouble, and then, you understand me? And when they get in trouble, who is in the trouble? They're in the hot seat. But you as the father have to be beside them, giving them the support, and the mother giving them the support, because you are showing them that this is what a parent or parents does, so that when they start having their family, right, they know that they're supposed to stick with their children, support them, look after them, keep them, watch over them, guide them, give them advice, because there's different levels. You understand? Different levels. And especially when the relationship with the biological mother and the father has separated, and now the mother is in another relationship with, you know, you have a stepfather or a stepmother. You understand me? You have to continue to do the right thing. And now you're co-parenting, and you do 2 different house, 2 different rules. Why the rules are different? Why love is different? Why your love is different from my love? Why your love is throw them on the street, or why your love is don't give them the food because them have attitudes and they're disrespectful. In America, you cannot lay your hands on no child. Yeah, none, because you can get arrested for it. So the only thing you're going to do is talk. So the Bible go back again, and it goes back again, and you still have to go back to square one again and say, you know, we have to communicate, and we have to, yeah, that's what America is teaching you guys. I mean, they take out certain things, like, you know, like when they say, when the Bible said that you must not spare the rod and spoil a child. you have to spank the child, right? So America has taken that out of society, and it's really causing a big problem. I'm not talking abuse. I'm not talking abuse. You understand me? Yeah. You can't, I'm not talking abuse. So I see some people do some things. That's not discipline. That's abuse. Yeah. That's domestic abuse. And I'm not going there. I'm just talking about the positive thing. Right? When they're disrespectful to their peers, siblings, whatever, you teach them, apologize, say I'm sorry. You understand me? Say I'm sorry. When they grow up and becomes young adults or young adults or teenagers and start being disrespectful and talk back, this, that. In Jamaica, in my island, and any child decides that they're gonna talk a certain way to their parent or parents, trust me, no talking. Yeah. You just feel a hand come across your face. Yeah. Or you just see the belt. You just see somebody walk up and down. You the mother or the father start walk with the belt. Put it on him neck. No joking. Yep. With in my first marriage with my children, right? My children's father. And I will talk to them like 3 times. Kids, stop the playing in the house. They can play in the yard as well, but somehow. And I'll tell them like 3 times, 5. I said, go in the yard, go and play outside. The moment the father said, you don't hear, stop playing in the house. Immediately. Because the belt around him neck. And they know what's coming. So spanking is really is a good thing. You understand me? I'm not talking abuse. Okay? So don't even think. You train them up to ask for things. Ask. The Bible says you must ask and it shall be given. Seek and it shall be found. Ask. Yeah, them ask for something, mommy, you can buy me this. You tell them, so boy, let me see how my budget stay. You can wait 3 weeks, you can wait next 2 months. Because, you talk to them, not because I'm small. They're learning. And when they're small, they catch on so quickly. They catch on so many stuff. Yeah. But because of life throws us a lot of stuff. A lot of different curves. A lot of different decisions that, we have to do. I had to migrate and come to America when my children were, 16, I think 16. The other one, maybe she was 12, and then my son was 9 or something like that, So in that gap, some things, but they still kept the teaching. It's not gonna be all perfect. Then now they come here, it's a different lifestyle. And we communicate. And when people see, we communicate, I'm like, you and your kids talk so? Why your kids them talk? Sometimes my children talking. And because they don't want me to know what they're talking about, they started talking in like street language. And they're saying some stuff I don't even understand. Up to today, I don't understand. I'm telling you. I stopped listening a long time ago. Like 5 years ago, I stopped. I don't even listen to the conversation anymore. I just don't listen because, no, I can't bother for the street language and street talk. And most of them start change up all of that because they don't want me to know what they're talking about. So I don't bother. Because eventually one of them is going to come tell me. You call them daily, you talk to them, you text them in their life. And you continue as a parent. Spending time with them. Taking them shopping. Whether, to buy, you buy in a house or you buy a car. You take them with you. You show them, and yeah. You protect them from abusers. Yeah. Because you have some man out there very verbally abusive. Don't even bother mention the physical one. Don't even bother. But it's our responsibility as parent, mother and father, to protect our children from abusers, whether they want to be verbally or physically. And we never stop. We never stop. And the minute they are ready for life, to move on their own and achieve what they have, and say, okay, I'm gonna go into the world now because I have all the basics. You can sit down and you feel comfortable, you can sleep good at night. Many of mothers and fathers are not sleeping good because of the negativity. And I can go into a list, but I'm not gonna go into the list. I'm just saying, you have the chance to go back to your child and your children to say, you know what, guys, I'm sorry. I messed up. I've done this wrong. I've done this. Can we start from here? Yeah. We have to do that as parent. If, you know, you want to see best results and you want to see good results. Because our children, if we don't do it, if our relatives don't do it, acquaintance out there is going to do it. And they're going to call the acquaintances parent. They love me. No. It's our responsibility. It's never too late. Every day we get a chance to say, I'm sorry. I have done wrong. I have said, you know, and I'm sorry. How can we make it up? How can we start anew? Yeah. Because if you don't do that, the child go into a relationship, and trust me, that child that becomes a man or a woman are in a relationship, they start acting the same way, abusive, aggressive, talking disrespectful, treating you a certain way. Because what? Because we as parents did not go back to say, you know, I'm sorry. I want to make it up to you. I want to make this right. You know, I want to. Even if you don't want to live with them, you know, I'm just saying, we're all going to church. And we must hear the word of God some way, somehow. You understand me? And if we're going to church every time, whether you want to listen to it on the TV or you want to go in person or whatever, you're still hearing the word of God. And it's our responsibility. You hear what it says? Honor your mother and your father, which is the first commandment. I have to still honor my mother and my father, which is the first commandment. Although I don't speak to them. You understand me? And that's a different topic. And, you know, I am not upset with them. I'm not, you know, just the relationship just not working. You can separate yourself and still, you know, and that's okay. But you have to forgive yourself and have to know that, you know, I am wrong. And you know, they're wrong because they know that they're wrong. But we as mothers, we as parents, we have to get this thing going. Because nobody's not going to do it for us. Nobody. So, family, I really appreciate you all. You know, although you guys are my ancestry family. We are family by ancestors, and I really welcome you in my life, and we can talk about many stuff. You can leave a comment if you like, but most of all, like this video, share it with someone, because you may not be blessed, but somebody else need to be reminded, need to be, you know, and help another person. All right, have a good night. Be safe. Do not wear gloves on the street. Keep your social distance and wear your mask. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.